And I got to tell you, in this era of Ring of Honor, if Jim Cornette was going to manage any tag team, the Briscoes make about as much sense as anybody, don't they?
Yeah, I would think so. Absolutely,
Yeah.
they would. And so Izzy and Dixie, did they
Yes.
wrestle any other names? I can't I don't recognize them here.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Izzy also wrestled as Dragon or Blue Dragon or Insane Dragon.
Okay.
And let me see if Dixie had any other names. Nope. Dixie was just Dixie. He's trained by Charlie Haas and Russ Haas and got absolutely obliterated once with some chops, I think, by Brian Danielson to the point that his chest started bleeding. It was bananas.
Okay, I got to ask Brian about that one. So is he wrestling? Has he got paint on his face or wrestling with a patch on his eye?
I think he's got like a bandana.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I got it. A bandana.
Man, did you see him just take that face bump right there? Just
I know.
man, everything that Briscoes are doing has got some snap on it. This is a different Briscoes era. You know it?
Sure. You know, the first time I saw the Briscoes, if you'll recall, was when we were at Madison Square Garden.
That was your first time?
Yes, first time I'd ever seen them wrestle.
Wow.
Because I don't know if you remember, I turned to you and said, "These are not the sons of Jack and Jerry, are they?" And you went, "No, different Briscoe family." But I think we can definitely say, and I think everybody watching would agree with this, that Mark Briscoe is one of the great kids.
I think
Just
Mark Briscoe is probably one of the best television wrestlers
Mhm.
around. Just he's such a great character. Like if I was gonna, I was telling somebody this the other day actually about Bandito, but I'd include Mark Briscoe too. If I was gonna start a wrestling company with like 10 stars, they'd probably both be on my list
Yeah,
because I think you could put Mark Briscoe with literally anybody, and it's going to be entertaining.
sure it is.
Do you need serious? Do you need funny? Do you need emotional? I mean, what do you want brawling? Do you want technical? Do you want a tag? Do you want a singles? Do you want a scramble? Like whatever it is, I feel like he is just the jack of all trades, man, when it comes to being a television wrestler.
And he's one of those guys that is universally liked backstage.
Yeah, how could you not like him?
Right. Everybody likes Mark Briscoe. Every one of the wrestlers like Mark Briscoe. And the guys in production, the announcer crew, and Tony Khan, everybody likes Mark. And he's just a down to earth guy, man.
He's not like your boy Taz. He's not No Show Jones. You know, he's got 9 kids. He don't pull out of nothing. He
Okay.
makes all of his dates.
Okay. So, by the way, I just want to, Dave, if you'll underscore when you're sending out that to social media, that those comments were from Conrad Thompson and not me. Okay. Just make sure that he
What,
knows
the Taz is No Show Jones? Well,
what you.
he's not going to be able to kick my ass for 6 to 8 weeks.
No, I know he's not.
I mean, is Taz like one of the most biggest bright spots you've had since you've been back in wrestling? He's got to be, right?
In my life.
Yeah.
I mean, but two reasons about Taz. Number one, when I first saw him and hadn't watched any ECW, and we first started watching this on this podcast, I went, "That son of a bitch is a badass, man." That's I loved watching his matches because it was legit, right? I mean, he was just a badass. And then I got to meet him, and then he's so. He and I have some great conversations about about baseball, about a lot of stuff, and he's when he gets going and he gets upset, it's the best. It's the absolute best because, well, it's Taz. You would have to know you'd have to know him to love him. But yeah, it's one of the great renegade joys of me returning to wrestling. No doubt.
We're watching Ring of Honor main event spectacles. This went down on November 1st, 2003. We got the Briscoes here against Special K. Coming up shortly, we're going to have a scramble cage match that had all of the internet talking. We had the Backseat Boys, Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere, wrestling against Teddy Hart and Jack Evans, wrestling against the Carnage Crew, which is H.C. Loke and Tony DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling against the SATs, which is Jose Maximo and Joel Maximo, and another combination of Special K, which is Hydro, aka Jay Lethal, and Angel Dust, aka Azrael. This is going to be pretty nuts. It's the debut of a new format of a cage match called the Scramble Cage. 2 teams will start, and a new team enters every 2 minutes, and nobody can win until all the teams have entered. And there's platforms in the top of the cage for the wrestlers to dive off of. So it's just going to be absolutely nutty. And I can't wait for us to see it here. Hey, speaking of nutty, Tony, have you ever thought about trying to have relations with a tree?
No, never even crossed my mind.
Well, I know that once upon a time we told stories about, I don't know, Mr. Wonderful climbing a tree and taking a shit. And I thought maybe Tony would get a kick out of this fella here. Let's take a look.
I cream pied my tree. Here's how you do it. You stand there and then you fuck it. What the hell?
He looks and sounds like somebody from my hometown.
Let's run it back, see if you recognize him.
I cream pied my tree. Here's how you do it. You stand there and then you fuck it. What the hell?
Did he have a military hat on? Like he's a veteran of
Let's just check it one more time.
I think he did.
I cream pied my tree. Here's how you do it. You stand there and then you fuck it. What the hell?
Yeah, he's a former Marine.
Well, thank you for your service in more than one way, sir. We salute you. Hey, by the way, I know you can't tell it from watching this show or listening to this episode, but wrestling's kind of like a family thing. You mentioned a few minutes ago that you've got grandchildren, and I know you've taken them to the matches. They went to Center Stage to see 1FW a few months ago, and your son famously once worked for AEW, and there's lots of people who have I don't know, their wrestling family, but then they've also got their real family that sometimes comes around the matches. And I don't know that I've told you this, but a few weeks ago, I took my dad over to Atlanta to see a live taping of 1FW, and our buddy Adam Priest was wrestling over there. So he said, "Hey, it's a Sunday. I don't have anything going on. I'll ride over with you." So we made a day of it, and it was a great time. But Dad was excited to meet one wrestler in particular. Do you want to guess who he was excited to meet, Tony?
No. That's a whole range of things.
My dad was excited to meet Satnam Singh.
Wow.
And my dad never does this, but he wanted we ought to get a picture with him to send to your mama. So I took a picture of Dad with Satnam.
Okay.
He was gracious enough to take the picture with my dad, and I sent this to Mom. Take a look.
Vader point.
He's dancing with Sodom. Oh God.
What'd you think?
That's tremendous. That's great stuff.
It's amazing what AI can do these days. It was just a regular picture.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, Grok, why don't you have the big guy pick the shorter guy up like on Dirty Dancing? And that's what we got. Isn't that wild?
Wait a minute. AI did that?
Oh, yeah. Do you think my dad's actually dancing with Sodom? Let's roll it again.
Vader point.
Wow.
It still makes me laugh. I don't know why.
It should.
SaveWithConrad.com.
My name's Daryl. Came from Massachusetts and I moved to Wisconsin. And there's a lot of people that might be asking, why go with Conrad? Why go with Supreme Lending? And let me tell you something, brother. I think about the credentials, the tag team partner that I'd be working with. First of all, we got the podfather himself, Conrad. How can you go wrong with that? And then also go on to SaveWithEric.com, which, who else could have kicked Vince's ass for 83 consecutive weeks. You can't beat that duo right there. But they did bring a secret weapon, and I didn't realize this because this was not advertised. I worked closely with Larry the Axe Thompson. And let me tell you, with all the stress with moving across the country with a large family that I have, it was reassuring to know that I had the enforcer at my back, handling questions from the other side of sellers, the other side with trying to find the right prices. He took care of all that. All I had to do was keep my eye on the prize and make it there to Wisconsin. They were absolutely fantastic. They checked in on me, especially Francis, very patient with me. I don't go through this process all the time, so I trusted the experts. I was able to call them. They called me if they had questions, and it felt like it was a personal arrangement. There was even a point in which, from the seller side, they wanted something else that wasn't part of the norm. Francis straight up told me, hey, we're loyal to you. We'll do whatever you want to do, and we'll make sure that you guys are taken care of. They came through. I made it to the dream. I'm the champion of my own destiny here. They were able to help pave the way for me and my family. I couldn't be more happy with the results. I went from having less than an acre to now 20 acres worth of land. They made that dream a reality. I'm Daryl, and I'm living in Friendship, Wisconsin, in my dream home, thanks to SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender. SaveWithConrad.com.